Hello students, myself Sunita Sati. I am your English grammar teacher. Today I am going to teach you chapter number 1, the sentences. First of all, we will know what is a sentence. Suppose if we write Ram is a book reading. So it is not a sentence, it is a group of words only. But if we rearrange the words and write Ram is reading a book, so it is a sentence because it becomes a meaningful combination of words and makes a complete sense. So students, definition of sentence is a group of words that makes a complete sense is called a sentence. Now I am going to explain you about kinds of sentences. There are 5 kinds of sentences. First is assertive sentence. When a sentence states facts, describe events, it is called an assertive or a declarative sentence. Statements, things, descriptions or events can be in positive and negative. So there are 2 types of assertive sentences. First is affirmative sentences. For example, I work hard. Second is negative sentences. For example, I do not work hard. An assertive sentence always ends with a full stop. Now second is interrogative sentence. A sentence that asks a question is called an interrogative sentence. It is always followed by a question mark. Now there are also 2 types of interrogative sentences. First is simple interrogative. For example, are you going to school? In this sentence, question begin with a helping verb. So the identification of simple interrogative sentence is the simple interrogative sentence always begin with a helping verb. Second is double interrogative sentence. For example, why are you fighting with your friend? Double interrogative sentences always begin with a question word. Now, third is imperative sentences. A sentence which expresses a command, some advice or a request is called an imperative sentence. For example, please give me a book shows the request. Always speak the truth shows the advice. Or an imperative sentence also ends with a full stop. Next is exclamatory sentences. A sentence which expresses some strong or sudden feeling such as surprise, anger or pleasure is called an exclamatory sentence. For example, bravo, you have got victory in the battle. Second is how intelligent the girl is. How intelligent the girl is a exclamatory sentence. It is not a double interrogative sentence. Because a double interrogative sentence structure is at first we use question word, then we use helping verb and then we use subject. But here in this sentence at first question word how is there, but here helping after the question word how, helping verb is not there. Okay, so that's why this sentence is not a double interrogative sentence. This sentence is a exclamatory sentence because it shows the surprise. Now next is optative sentences. A sentence which expresses a wish or a prayer is called an optative sentence. For example, may you live long. In this sentence at last exclamation mark is there. So all optative sentences ends with a mark of exclamation. Now the next topic is types of sentences. There are 3 types of sentences. First is simple sentences. The sentence which has one subject and one finite verb or predicate is called simple sentence. For example, she is playing a match. In this sentence, she is only one subject is there and is playing a match is a predicate and only one finite verb is there is. So this type of sentences are called simple sentences. Second is compound sentences. The sentence which has two or more than two clauses which do not depend on one another to complete its meaning is called a compound sentence. For example, he came here and met me. Here two clauses are there. He came here is a main clause and met me is a coordinate clause. Because and met me is begin with coordinate conjunction and. That's why this is a coordinate clause. And these both of the clauses are not dependent to each other for give the complete sense. That's why these type of sentences are called the compound sentences or independent sentences. Now next is complex sentences. A sentence which has two or more clauses in which one or more than one clause depends on the other clause to complete its meaning is called a complex sentence. For example, I do not know where he has gone. Here also two clauses are there. First is I do not know. This is a main clause. Second is where he has gone. This is a subordinate clause. Because where he has gone, this clause begin with a subordinate conjunction. That's why this clause is a subordinate clause. And it is dependent to the principal clause for give the complete sense. That's why this is called a complex sentence. Now, you might want to know what is the difference between types of sentences and kinds of sentences. So the kinds of sentences is a division of sentences according to their function, and types of sentences is the division of sentences according to their structure. Now in your book, subordinate clause and its types are given. Subordinate clause I have already explained you, and there are three types of subordinate clauses. First is noun clause. If the subordinate clause works as a noun in a sentence, then it is called a noun clause. For example, he told me that he would go soon. Here, that he would go soon is a noun clause because it gives the answer what. If we question in the sentence what he told, so we find the answer that he would go soon. So, this is a noun clause. Second is adjective clause. For example, I know the place where he lives. Where he lives is an adjective clause because it describes the place of subject. That's why this is an adjective clause. Third is adverb clause. For example, sit here till he returns. Till he returns is the adverb clause because till shows the kind of adverb clause of time, so that this is the adverb clause. So students, our first chapter is over and I hope you all have understood. Now wait for next chapter. Take care, stay home, stay safe. Goodbye.